Hi everyone, welcome back to Sunday School. Merrin's here with you again today. We are on the run up to the 14th of February and something happens on the 14th of February. Can't quite remember what it is. Bear with me. I know. Yes, Valentine's Day. And it got me thinking, boys and girls. And I was listening to the radio earlier on and I heard a story about a village in the UK, which is apparently the most romantic village. And they've decided that they want to spread a bit of love. So they have decided that they're going to send Valentine's cards out and spread a little bit of their romantic atmosphere and love with people that they don't even know. And I thought, that's a brilliant idea. What a lovely thing to do. So, on the back of all the virtual hugs and the wonderful videos and pictures that you shared a few weeks ago, I thought today we would make a craft. And this is something that you can think about posting, either putting a stamp on an envelope and sending it to someone, or walking to somebody's house and popping it through the door, or maybe even just giving it to your mum or your dad, whoever you think. And it's a hug, but it's a physical hug made out of cardboard and ribbon. And I've already posted some templates on our Sunday School group, but you can easily find templates of hearts online, or maybe you can draw them by hand, because I'm sure you're really good at that. And the other thing that you need are just your hands, because this is a physical hug that you're going to be posting to someone or giving to someone. So we need to be able to wrap those hands around the person that we're sending the hug to. So you just need your hands and some cardboard. It can be white cardboard, coloured cardboard, whatever you've got to hand. Anything will do. You can decorate it, put stickers on it, whatever you want. You'll also need, as I mentioned, the ribbon. I've used a hole punch, but you can also use a staple. That would work just as well. And obviously you'll need some scissors for cutting around all of the bits. So be really, really careful with the scissors. And if you need help, make sure you ask. And the last thing that we'll need is some sticky tape. So I drew around my hands on some red card, and you'll see at the bottom I've used my hole punch to punch a hole, and I've done that on both sets of hands. See? I've also then got 4 small hearts, but you can make them any size you want. It really doesn't matter. And you need 4 of those. And the last thing you need is this little tag. And on this tag it says, "A Valentine hug to you. Wrap these hands around you whenever you feel the need, so you can have a comforting hug, whether it's breakfast, lunch or tea." And again, I've already posted these, so you will be able to print them off and you can cut round them and add them on. And then once you've done all of that cutting out and you've done your hands and you've got your tags, it's just a question of putting it all together. And this is how we do it. So you take your ribbon. I've got pink ribbon, but you can choose whatever colour you want. And you're going to take your first hand and you thread the ribbon through. Like this. Now, keep pulling, because you're only going to leave a little bit at the back of the hand there, see? And to keep that secure and make it a little bit easier when it comes to putting everything else on, just put a little bit of sticky tape at the back and then that's secure. That's your right hand. We're then going to take our first heart and we thread that one through, and it's as easy as that. You do the same with your second heart. Keep going. And we can adjust these once we've got everything in place so that we try and get them as even as possible. We're then going to put our little tag on with our little rhyme. And I did this front to back. So where the words are written, I put the ribbon on that side and pulled through. So for this one, the ribbon's running along the back. And it just means that the ribbon's not going to hide any of that lovely rhyme that you're going to send to somebody. Then we're moving on to our left hand and our 2 hearts there. And we're going to put these ones on. She says, if she can get the ribbon to go through. But as I said, if you haven't got a hole punch at home and you're not able to make a hole, you could just staple these hearts and these tags onto the ribbon. That would work just as well. So don't worry if you haven't got a hole punch. You're then going to thread the last bit of ribbon through your left hand, and like we did on the other side, we're going to use our sticky tape to stick it down. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to turn it round very carefully. There we have it. You've got your physical hug. Physical hug, I hear you say. That's not a physical hug, Maren, that's just card and ribbon. But look what you can do with it, boys and girls. If I carefully pass one of the hands behind my back, I can wrap it round me. So now I've got the lovely Valentine hug message, and I've got your hands wrapped round me just like a hug. I think that's a really nice thing for us to make for some people that we know, or maybe even for some people that we don't know. Maybe you'd like to send it to some family members who you've not seen for a while. Maybe to some friends who you've not been able to go out and play with for a while. Or what about somebody who works in your local shop, or maybe the postman who delivers your mail? I think somebody would be really chuffed to get this, and you've got plenty of time to have a go at making one before the 14th of February. So why don't you have a go? Because you know, boys and girls, in the Bible, Jesus told lots of stories, and both God and Jesus mention love an awful lot. In the King James Version of the Bible, love is mentioned over 300 times. Wow. But in the New International Version, the word love is mentioned over 500 times. And we're also told in the Bible that the second greatest commandment of all was to love our neighbours as we would love ourselves. What does that mean? Well, you know, what it means is that we should just try and take care of people. And it's not just the person that lives next door, and it's not just the people in our family or even the people that we know. But sometimes we have to extend that offer of friendship and kindness to other people, strangers, people we've not met before. And we should just try and do our little bit to be the best possible neighbour we can be. Just like the Good Samaritan, one of our favourite stories that Jesus told, who climbed off his donkey and helped the man who'd been hurt on the road between Jerusalem and Jericho. It didn't matter that he didn't know the man. It didn't matter that usually he didn't really like that kind of person. He knew he could help, and he knew he should help. And he was a really good neighbour to that man. And that's exactly what Jesus wants us to be. So why don't you have a go? Why don't you treat somebody to a physical hug? Pop it in an envelope, post it to someone you think would really enjoy getting one of these. I look forward to seeing you all really, really soon. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. We'll see you soon. Bye.